Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Chiara, and in today's video I thought I would talk about my experience with going to university with a disability. So if you don't know, when I was 2 and 10 months I suffered a stroke resulting in right side hemiplegia, and I will link a full video about my disability here and down below so you can go watch it. If you like these kind of videos and you want to learn more about how I do one-handed tasks, and you might want to see more of me, please consider subscribing. The subscribe button will be below. So let's get into the video. So, university. So first of all, I went to university for 3 years. And I chose to go to university. So I did a degree in textiles and surface design. And I also lived away from home. I chose to move away from home to do my degree. So I thought today I would talk to you about the academic side and the help I had, because the help was very different to what you get at school, at university, and the social aspect of university too. So I'm going to tell you a little bit of a background about my course. So on the course I did, you could do knit, print and surface. And for the first year you have to do all three, and then in second and third year you specialise and you choose what you want to do, whether or not it's knit, print or surface. And I chose to do surface, which is basically when you do everything. So you can do knit, you can do print, you can do metalwork, you can do anything. Because on the course I did, they had workshops and a lot of workshops. So that's kind of basically it. And then in the first 2 years, it doesn't count to your course, which is kind of annoying. The last year is the only year that counts to your course. And the way that they mark you on my course. Also, I should tell you this as well. My course was all coursework. I didn't do any exams at university. So, how they mark you at university, or my course how they marked me, or my course how they mark us, they would make us. We would do like a present project, and then we would, at the end of the term, we would present to our tutor and our class, and they would give us a mark. They would sorry, my arm and my leg are really annoying me. They would take it for a week. They would take our work for a week and look over it as well. And then they would give us a grade. And that's how they marked us throughout the course. As well as that, we did essay writing. So we had another section called VMC, which I don't know what that stood for. I think it's for visual. I actually still don't know what that stood for. It was a great university I went to. No, I don't know what that stood for, but basically we had, it was basically where we did our essays. So we had to do a dissertation in third year, and we had to do essays from first year until we did our dissertation. So now I'm going to tell you a little bit about the help I had and how they kind of did certain different things for me. So, like I said, my course was all coursework, so it was a lot of practical work. So I had a note taker, and my note taker would take notes for me, and then she would type them, and then she would send them to me so I could read them, because I couldn't read a written note, so she would write them and type them for me and then send them to me. And as well as her doing that, she would also help me with any practical work I had in my course, and I had the same note taker from year 1 up until year 3. And if there was any practical work, she would help me. So if we did, we had to mount every piece of work we ever did. It was so annoying. It was literally every piece of work we had to mount. We had to annotate our book, so she would help me do that. We did metalwork, like I said. I did knitting, I did print design, so we had to do that. And that was mainly in first year I did print and knit, because in second year, second and third year, like I said, I did surface design. And I did a lot of my work on the computer, so I didn't need her as much, but I did still need her for mounting work and anything that involved 2 hands, she would come in and help me do. So that was kind of how we got around the two-handed, the practical side of my course. And if there were little bits that maybe I just needed a little of help with, I would get one of my friends to help me, and she would do it, so my note taker didn't have to come in for that day. My arm is really annoying me today. It's clearly a thing. So then, for like the essay writing part of my course. And we did that again from year 1 to year 3. So instead of me writing an essay, because I felt like that wasn't practical, though I did have Dragon Natural Dictate on my computer, and I did have other programs to help me read and write because they got me those as well. They felt, instead of me writing like a 2,000 word essay or like a 4,000 word essay, I think we only wrote like 2. I don't know how long they were, because let me tell you, this is how I did it. So instead of me writing like an essay, they would let me do presentations, and I would do a presentation, and they said they would say it has to be like 20 minutes long or like 15 minutes long, however long it is, however long the essay is, where they would like guess the time. And they would say, okay, so it has to be like, let's say 15-20 minutes long, and then I would present it to my tutor, to the tutor that ran my VMC group or my essay writing group. And that's how I did it throughout my university. And then when I got to doing my dissertation, which was the end bit of my course, the main bit, that was I think they had to write a 6,000 word essay I think it was like a 4,000 to 6,000 word essay we had to write, because ours was shorter because we did so much practical work in our studio, so this was like an extra bit. I think this is the honours on my course, I don't actually know. Again, spinning on my chair, thinking like. So how they decided I would do it, so basically you could do it, you could either write an essay or you could do it in an alternative way, because a lot of people in art and design courses have dyslexia, and the whole of the art and design department at my university had to do essay writing or VMC. So it wasn't just my course, everyone had to do it, and we all did it together. So how they decided I was going to do it. So you could either do it, like I said, an essay or an alternative way. And how I decided to do it, because they said I couldn't do it as a presentation like I had been doing it for the last 2 years. They said I couldn't do it like that because apparently it's not real world enough. And I'm like, what's not real world about presenting to someone? But I don't know. I don't know. So you could do it as a video, but I didn't know how to use like editing software at that time, and I didn't really have time to learn. So I decided to do it as a PowerPoint, and on PowerPoint you can record your voice. So I did PowerPoints and then recorded my voice. So that's how I did my dissertation. That was good. And I also had help with my essay writing. So as well as my note taker, I had another person who was in the disabled, I think they called it, what did they call it? I actually just googled it to remember what it's called. Hold on, let me just get it back up.
Disability Service.
So it was called Disability Service, and I had a person in there who helped me with my essays and helped me research my essays and helped me get points on like my presentation. They weren't essays, I did them as presentations like I said, and helped me do research on it and helped me find things, and then I would go off and look at them, and that's how we did it. And overall my support staff at university were really, really good. Like, my note taker was amazing. The person I had in disability services was amazing. All the technicians at my university were amazing as well. And my VMC tutors, or my essay writing tutors, they were amazing too. I'm just watching this video back, I'm just editing it, and I just wanted to come on here and say, so my essay writing tutors, they were amazing, and in this bit I'm talking about my main tutors, so the tutors we had for textiles, for my textiles bit of my course. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, now let's get back to the video. On my actual course, because like I said, we did like separate, so on my actual course, it's not that the tutors weren't good, they were, it's just like a lot of them left, like in first year some of them left, then we got new ones, and some of them left and we got new ones, so it was kind of a bit confusing and like hard from that sense. But overall, and also we had to be in, the only thing I found a little bit weird was our course was mainly practical, so we had to be in every day from 9 to 5 every day, and if you don't know anything, most universities you go in and you do your lesson and you leave. But my course, they wanted us in every day and we had to like tick our name off. So that was a bit weird. But overall, like, my university experience was quite good, and like I said, my note taker and the disability service that they had at my university was really good. I can't fault them. And the technicians were all very understanding about my one-handedness. So yeah, but overall that was very good, and like obviously there were some things that I just couldn't do because of safety, like we did metal works, but most of the time the technicians would just kind of like do it for me, which I quite liked, so it was fun. But yeah, that's the only thing that I would probably really say. And like I said, my VMC tutors were very understanding about me not being able to read and write, and they were very like not that I can't read and write, but having difficulty with that. And they obviously did it. They found an alternative way for me to do it. So yeah, overall, my university academic side was really good. Now I'm going to talk about the social side of of going to university and like living alone, because I chose to move away from home for university. That's again really hard to say. So I found like the social side of university very hard. So in first year I lived in halls throughout my university, throughout the 3 years I was at university. In first year I lived with other students, not on my course, they just randomly pick you from other courses. And also I should probably say my university wasn't a campus uni, so it was in a town, it wasn't a campus uni anyway, it was in a town. So the first year I lived with, I believe, 7 other people, and I shared a kitchen with 7 other people. I had my own bathroom and my own bedroom, but I shared a kitchen with 7 other people. And I found that extremely hard because they would all drink and like go out, and I don't drink and I don't like going out, so I never really went. I think I went to RSU, which is where they had all the events. I think I went like 3 times in 3 years. Yeah, so I found that extremely hard, and I didn't really like going out anyway, and I didn't drink. So, as well as that, like I said, 7 other people lived in my halls, and we shared, I think it was either 6 or 7, I can't really remember. I think it was 7 if you include me. So then I guess that was 6. And we all shared, for some reason, we had 7 people living in our flat. But we had the tiniest kitchen. It didn't make sense. We had the smallest kitchen in the halls. So I didn't really cook. I didn't cook in the kitchen. And also, I just found it really hard because I couldn't really like, not that I couldn't relate to them, but I couldn't, because again they were going out and I didn't, and so I just kind of went to university, went into university every day and came back. And there was something else I was going to say about university. Oh yeah, they decided to, when we filled out the form saying about my floor halls, they put me on the 3rd floor of halls with no lift. So I had to walk up 3 flights of stairs. After me saying I wasn't allowed to walk up the stairs at school, uni, that went out the window. I should have said that in my academic bit, but yeah. I basically was allowed to walk up the stairs at university, which was great, because also at college as well I was allowed to walk up the stairs. So yeah, they put me on the 3rd floor, though my mum said I had a disability and it was difficult. But yeah, they put me on the 3rd floor, which was great. So then, obviously, I spent a year in halls living with other people. And then in 2nd year and 3rd year, I basically had, they called them studio apartments. It was still in the same building, but they called them studio apartments. And I basically had my own kitchen and bathroom in this room. It was quite a large room. I was going to say a little room, but it was actually quite big. So that was really good, and I really liked having my own room and having my own space, and because I didn't really cook, so in the kitchen it had like a fridge and a stove and a microwave, which was fine, and it was on the first floor and it had a lift leading up to it, so that was made me well happy. And I also had my car for second and third year of university at my uni, so I didn't do a lot of cooking because I found cooking very hard at uni, so I would buy like salads from M&S and eat them, and the only thing I really cook, and the only thing I can really cook, because again cooking is difficult for me with one hand, like lifting pans and hot things and everything, the only thing I cook is pasta. So I ate a lot of pasta at uni, but I also, there was like a fish and chip shop across the road from my halls, and I used to get chips from there. So that's another way, but it's probably not the healthiest. But I ate a lot of salad, and I would get like ready-made sandwiches and stuff. So I got a lot of like ready-made food, like salads and sandwiches. That's basically all that I ate, salads and sandwiches. And a lot of chocolate and pasta. Basically all that I ate at uni. So yeah, so I found that really hard. So obviously I didn't cook at uni, though it was nice having my own kitchen, because then it was always clean and there was space for me to do other things if I wanted to, so that was good. So yeah, living at uni, so in second and third year, it was quite hard. Though I had my own room and my own space, it was quite hard because at times it did get a bit lonely, because obviously you're living by yourself. So in a way I was kind of glad I had to go into uni every day, because at least I saw someone. Whether if I just went in for that one, because some universities don't even have, like, they have lectures like once a week or like twice a week. So I was glad that we had to go in every day, but it was kind of annoying as well. So in second year, like I said, I lived alone, and that was really hard. And I literally nearly didn't come back for third year because I didn't have any friends. Because I didn't have very many friends. I had like one friend at the time. Maybe like one friend, like one really good friend at the time on my course. I mean, I was friendly with the other people on my course, but I wasn't like close to them. So I literally nearly dropped out in second year, end of second year. Like I nearly didn't come back third year, which would have been ridiculous because the only year that counts on my course is third year. So that would have been so annoying. So I actually made friends with people who weren't in my university at all. I made friends with people outside of my university, and that was really good. So that's kind of like how I did it. But overall it was a hard experience going to university and like being lonely, but then you kind of like get used to it and stuff. Not get used to it, but you do get used to it, and obviously like it's kind of like not good to be alone, but it's good to like be able to be okay by yourself. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. So overall it was quite a good experience, and I had quite a few friends at university, but it was hard. I'm not going to say it wasn't. Like, university was very hard. So yeah, so that's pretty much all I can say on this, on my university. I'm sorry that's not really a lot of information. I hope it kind of helped you. If you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching my experience at university. If you did enjoy, please like and comment. And if you want to learn more about my disability and learn more about how I do one-handed tasks, and you might want to see more of me, please subscribe. See you next time. Bye.